this is Knoxef, and I hope that you guys just came back from a time-lapse of me working on my base area. And you might have noticed how things went in and out of frame and stuff, or things unloaded, and that's because I was rendering a video, and so my computer's kind of laggy, so I had to turn down the render distance. So sorry about that. I hope you guys still enjoyed the time-lapse. But, moving on to more important things, what are we going to do in our video today? And I'll talk about that big contraption behind me later. So what I've decided I want to do has something to do with the things on my back, those elytra. And so if you see over there, we have our sugarcane farm, and that will help with the fireworks. But the other thing we need in fireworks, and I think you understand, I think you can kind of guess where this is going, is gunpowder. And so to get gunpowder, what's the most obvious mob that drops gunpowder? You guessed it, witches. We're going to be making a witch farm. You thought I was going to say creepers, didn't you? Nope, witches. We're going to be making a witch farm, because they also drop a lot of very useful stuff like sticks and bottles and redstone, and I like witch farms, and have made so many creepers farms in the past. I decided, you know what, I don't want to make a creeper farm. I want to make a witch farm for our gunpowder. And I'm following Ilmango's design, which I'll put in the description, and I'll show you after this. And this one doesn't need a perimeter. It's quite short. It doesn't produce that much, but for the size and the work that it takes, it's quite good. And so I have 3 shulker boxes, all with materials. So this one's just a lot of slabs and some glass and some building blocks. This one is all the more assorted materials, like we need a bunch of rails, we need a ton of observers, we needed some sticky pistons, which I had to go to a swamp and get some slimes, a bunch of all this different stuff, and then also it takes a lot of string and some rails. So I don't actually have all the string, I have all the other materials minus the string, and we need string for the tripwires. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks of string in 44. Yeah, so that's a lot of string, and we don't have a farm for spiders, so this is really gonna take a while. And so I think I'm gonna grab string and get string while I'm working on the farm. Otherwise, if I wait until I'm done collecting string for building the farm, I would have gone way over budget in my time, and this episode would be really late. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab string as we're building it. Okay, and now I'll explain this machine, which is a super smelter designed by Ilmango. And I get it, right now it looks incredibly ugly, and I know it does look incredibly ugly. I really have to clean this, and I really have to decorate this, and it doesn't actually even work. As you just look through, this one is 25 coal, this one is 8 coal, 8 coal, 23 coal, 8 coal. Yeah, it's not, this is 9 now. This one just doesn't even have coal, it just has stone. So, as Cole said, it's really broken. I built it wrong. The design is fine. It's absolutely not the design's fault, it's my fault. I've built it wrong. I don't know where, but I must have built it wrong. So I also gotta fix this, and I gotta do this. But the reason I was doing this is because I needed a lot of smooth stone, and I decided, instead of just doing the old automatic smelter, I decided I'd make a small super smelter, and even if it doesn't work, it's still incredibly fast. So, yeah, this is what this big build is. Okay, so this is the farm that I wanted to build, and as you can see what all the slabs are for, but it's quite small, and it's built around a witch hut. And by quite small, I mean really quite large, but very small for a witch farm. Sorry if it's a bit dark, that's why I'm carrying the lantern. It's because, well, it's a mob farm, it needs to be dark. And so, it basically runs the core of the machines at this etho hopper clock, which is a timer, and basically whenever a witch spawns, it just pushes the floor, like a moving floor, and it falls down and then gets killed in the in these minecarts from entity cramming, as you can see. So I'll show you how it works by putting a witch in there. because I don't know if they'll spawn. I'm having a lot of trouble getting around this machine. It's kind of complicated. So you put it there, and you can see it gets dropped, and it gets dropped. And yeah, so if you want more details, because I'm not the one who built this farm, not even close to it. It was Ilmango. So in the description, I'll put the link for Ilmango's video. And if you're looking to build a witch farm, I'd highly recommend this one. Okay, so I've already found a spot in the swamp where we want to build this, so I'll meet you there. Okay, so here we are at the witch hut. Here it is, and this is actually the perfect witch hut because it's as low as possible to the ground as they spawn. Because this is in the water, and if it was on land, it would be a lot higher, and it would also be harder to clear out the spawnable areas, which you do have to do a little bit of lighting up and stuff, which will not be hard considering it's mostly water. Oh wait, skeleton. So it's a really good farm. Obviously, it's being lower than higher only affects the drops by about 5%, but that's 5% more gunpowder. So, I think the only viable way to actually build this farm is in none other than a third-person time-lapse. Okay, so I assume we're just back from the time-lapse, and I have completely finished building the witch farm. Yeah, I know there's a lot I have to explain. First of all, there's a big red sphere, there's a bunch of mobs everywhere, and it's really dark. I'll explain this all. I'm going to start with why it's dark. So, a big thing about the mob farm is making sure we have the best possible drops. And for the best possible drops, we want it to be dark, obviously, so we can work in the day, and that's why it's dark. And all the mobs, because I haven't spawn-proofed it yet. That was really lucky, because if he wasn't in the water, that would have been really bad. I don't know why they're not... I don't know how they're spawning. Doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter how they're spawning. But I'll now explain this big red sphere. So, this big red sphere is the despawning radius. So, in the AFK platform, way up there, I've set the center of the sphere to be there. So, in this whole area, if there's any mobs in here, they will spawn. Meaning, everywhere that there is in the red, I need to spawn proof. And we can tell it's the right, because if you go down here, as you can see, it perfectly ends right here, meaning when the witches drop into the killing system right here, they'll be just spawned. So this is the best and most efficient we can possibly do, and to do the least amount of spawn proofing. And this is why we don't need a perimeter, because we only need to spawn proof this. We don't need a full perimeter. So I'll begin to get rid of all of the stuff inside, and I'll do that. And I'm not going to do another time lapse because I've done so many time lapses. So I decided I'm just going to do it, and then I'll talk to you later when I'm done. Okay, so using the mini HUD mod and the despawn sphere, which is this red thing, I have completely made sure that there's not a single spawn space that I don't want there to be. So if I come down here, don't worry, it's still spawn proofed, we can see this is all I have collected. So I'm going to take this all, and I'm going to keep this all, and I'm going to go for a 1 hour AFK session, and I'm going to record it. So I go way up here, turn off that cube, and let's see if I can land on it fast. Try, this is, nope, this is really tough. Okay, so, oh, where is it gone? There we go. So I'm going to AFK for here for exactly 1 hour, and I'll talk to you when that's done. Okay, so I have finished my 1 hour AFK session, and I'm not going to lie to you, this is actually like 3 days after I did my 1 hour AFK session, but I'll show you a screenshot right now of what the drops was. So, not bad. We got a whole entire chest of drops. And you can see some more witches being killed right now. And I've emptied a lot of it out. But what it was is this whole entire chest was filled. This hopper was completely filled. And then these first row was filled all of items. And you can see right now witches are still coming. But there's still a lot of spawn proofing we have to do. Not spawn proofing, sorry. Fixing the farm. As you can see, look how many mobs are around here. And I don't know why they're getting out here. I think it may be because they walk up here, but I still have a lot of other problems. Like, for example, why is this witch staying here? Like, it's pushing it, but the witch isn't going down. So I don't know, it might be a problem with design, and I don't know. They're going up to on top of the trapdoors, so it isn't the most efficient farm design. Oh no, it is. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, it's kind of dangerous. I'm getting out of here because I have some things that I want to show you back at our kind of temporary base. Not our mega base, but like our base. I guess I can still call it our base. The house that we built in episode 2 or 3 or one of those. So I'm going to meet you there, and I can show you some stuff that I've been doing. Okay, so we're back at the base, and as you can see, not much drastically has changed, but I have prettied this up, and it still doesn't work. I still gotta fix it, but I've added the 2 chests, the one where you input, the one where you put coal, the one where you get all the resources. I know it's messy, but it's no longer a bunch of massive redstone. It now looks somewhat okay. I'm still not too happy with it. This, I've added in a bit more clean stuff, so you can kind of go inside, but it's collection system, but it's all kind of now covered now. You can see they're still running. Stuck. Yeah, they're all on a perfect line, because I all loaded them at the same time, so they must have all unloaded at the same time. It's very interesting. Anyways, it's kind of cool. But that is actually all I have today, and we have successfully done what we wanted to do in this episode. And I know it's kind of like a short episode on like 15 minutes or something, but I decided, you know what, I don't want to squeeze any more in. I have to upload the video soon, and so I really got to do that. So, this is the end. But before I end, very quickly, I want to show you our villager area. And you may notice we only have 3 villagers left, and that's true. I don't know why, but when I was walking on my village, I guess this was loaded, but the problem is that, I don't know, they all died. They just all disappeared. They're all gone. These are the only ones that are left. 2 farmers, and my looting 3 Riptide villager. So a pretty bad villager. So I've lost my mending, I've lost my unbreaking, but yeah, so that's a real shame. So we might have to do some more villager stuff. And so I have been breeding a lot of villagers. Yep, a lot of villagers I've been breeding. So I think, I don't know, in the future we may make a whole entire trading hall that's a lot more secure than this, and I'll probably have to tear down this building, unfortunately, which I kind of like it. But if it's not secure and villagers keep on dying in it, then there's no way for me to be able to keep it securely. But this is the end of the episode. This is it. This is it. We did a lot. I quite enjoyed what we did today. I needed the witch farm very much, and I'm very happy we do it. And now we have an unlimited source of gunpowder, of sticks, of redstone and goldstone especially, and some gunpowder. I never have to worry about running out of rockets again. So this is the end of the video. So, this has been Knoxef, and I will see you in the very